Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, just wanted to show you a little kit I've made up. Now, just before I get into this, I am no fisherman. I don't really like it. I prefer to go hunting rifles, carry on like that. Fishing to me was always boring, but I do it if I have to. Andrew likes going fishing, so I'll go with him. I'm more of, I talk to him. I throw a line in and I talk to him, but I don't do much fishing as such. But I do like the idea of survival fishing, and I like to have gear in it, because if you've got fresh water nearby and you have the gear, why not try it? So anyway, I thought I'd put a kit together. I love building kits, and it's just something that's easy to do. I had a fair bit of the gear anyway, and I bought a couple of bits and pieces just to add to it. They're just generic kit. They're not Molly, but just generic pouches I get off eBay, and they seem to be about the right size for what I want. They're not that dear either. They're about $7. Not bad quality. So you open up, has enough room in there to fill it up, get a fair bit of gear. This was a last minute addition. When I bought, I'll show you a thing that I bought. It took up a lot of room. Now I had this line here. It's 10-pound nano line, I think it's called. Anyway, I had a whole roll of it, 150 feet, 150 meters, and I couldn't fit it in here. So I thought, I'll make up a little hobo thing. Basically, it's just a file handle. I rolled up a big heap of the line on it, put a trace, swivel and a hook just to keep it all together. It's got a fair bit of line on there. You could use it as a hand line anyway, and it's got a little bit of there, just enough to store that, enough line on there. I don't know how much is on there, but there is a fair bit in there, and it's got a hook on it and a swivel just to keep it going. A couple of floats. I don't know. I don't know if you need them really, but they're only cheap. There's 5 of the bigger ones in there, and on this side there's basically not much in there. Now these are just those the rubber bait. It's just some, so you don't have to worry about going looking for bait. Just a few bits and pieces. So yeah, it's just in case you don't have to worry about. You can use this until you get some more bait. You know, like I always like the idea of including a little bit of bait that doesn't go off, and this stuff's pretty easy to put in there. Then a selection, small hooks, a lot of small hooks, because you can catch big fish with little hooks, but you can't catch small fish with big hooks. But I've got a variety of hooks, and there is a whole heap of, then a couple of smaller floats, and a whole heap of split sinkers. There's a whole bag of split sinkers in there. I don't know how many, but there's a whole heap of them in there, and a few of the heavier sinkers there, the normal sinkers, plus getting into the bigger hooks with a few of the other types of hooks. As I said, I'm no fisherman, so I don't know the names of all this stuff, really, but this has got a hook and sinker integrated onto it, so yeah, not too bad. I think it's a little bit gimmicky, but yeah. Anyway, that's got a fair bit of gear just to round it out, and you're ready to go, basically. I am going to put some swivels and traces and that. I haven't really done much as far as that sort of gear goes. I was just adding it together at the moment. It's pretty well finished off, but yeah, I haven't really added in any swivels or that sort of thing. Now I did. I've had this for years. I bought it years ago. It's one of those set and forget spring hooks. Yeah, spring. It's actually a snare sort of business. So you set it and forget it, and then once you set it up, the instructions are all in there. And you set it up in a tree with the spring set, and then the line in the water. As soon as the fish hits it, the spring goes off and it springs out. So yeah, not a bad little bit. It's basically a self-catching fish catcher. So yeah, I bought it years ago. I've never used it, but I thought, why not it's there. I've got it. I may as well include it. I did buy a BCB fishing kit. It's got a couple of swivel, couple of hooks, couple of weights, couple of lures, and it's got a little hand line in there as well. So that's where it's got the hand line. That's the main one I want, plus a whole heap of line on it. So yeah, this has just got the hand line. It's all based on hand lines, so you just have to put up with hand lines with this sort of kit. I am going to throw in a whole heap of swivels and line and traces in that kit just to expand it out. And last but not least, I just bought this the other day. This is the BC, it's the same company as this, I think. Another hand line, but it's a little bit more heavy duty. It's got the same hand line, but it's got the springs. I don't really know what the go with it was. There wasn't really much literature with it. It's got hooks and everything and a heavy weight, but it's got line and everything. It's all ready to go, but it's just basically another hand line that comes with it. This is the main hand line that I was mainly interested in, but yeah, I thought I'd just include that there. So yeah, just it's nothing comprehensive. It's just a little survival hand kit that I thought I'd just throw together. Probably I wouldn't probably be able to catch much with it, but as I said, I'm not much of a fisherman anyway, and I like building kits. It's fun for me, and this is about as extensive as I want to go as far as survival fishing goes, because to me it'd be more for just trying to go for yabbies and that, and I'd include a gill net on the outside, which goes in a little bag by itself, because you'd never fit a gill net in this sort of thing. And then if you can get yabbies, you're basically feeding yourself through yabbies anyway. And then most of the dams around Australia, you'd be pretty much unlucky if you couldn't find yourself a yabby or two. So, like as far as it goes. And with those, with what I've got in there, I could probably get myself yabbies anyway. So that's mainly what I'd be targeting anyway, or the smaller fish. So that's what the kit is mainly about. So yeah. Anyway, wanted to show you that. Yeah. Nothing very special about it, but for me, it achieved what I wanted to achieve, and yeah, wasn't very expensive. The hand lines and that, they're all about, $5, $10 to buy the little kits and little bits and pieces. I had a few little bits and pieces, all up probably about $20, maybe $30 all up for the kit, which is not that bad for a reasonable size kit. You could go to a jetty. You'd probably be able to go fishing. You just as on a hand line, throw it over the side, and with that kit, I'm sure you'd be able to do a reasonable day's fishing out of that kit with the hand lines. If you caught something, you caught something. If you didn't, you didn't, So, yeah. Anyway, wanted to show you that. Yeah. Any suggestions for someone who knows more about fishing than I, drop it in the comments section. Yeah. Any sensible comments, always welcome. Anyway, thanks for watching.